In a paper mill, a worker approached a large cylinder machine that was still running. As he reached in to make an adjustment, the rollers kept turning and pulled his hand inside. What seemed like a routine task turned into an emergency within seconds. This incident serves as a reminder of a critical mistake made around running machinery. Never attempt to adjust or repair rotating equipment while it's in operation. No adjustments or cleaning should be performed until all energy sources are completely isolated. At a construction site, a crane was lifting a heavy concrete block. Initially, the operation proceeded normally, but shortly after the load was raised, it slipped and fell into an area where a worker was standing. This event highlights one of the most fundamental lifting rules. No one should ever stand beneath a suspended load. Only certified lifting gear should be used. The drop zone must remain clear, and continuous communication between team members is essential. At another construction site, a group of contractors was inspecting ongoing work. The environment was active, machines were operating normally, and crews were focused on their tasks. However, as an excavator approached from behind, one worker unknowingly stepped into its blind spot. The operator couldn't see him and continued to move forward. This incident clearly demonstrates how dangerous blind spots around heavy machinery can be. Workers must always stay at a safe distance, remain within the operator's line of sight, and, when necessary, rely on designated spotters to guide machine movement safely. In a workshop, 3 workers were standing nearby while a truck tire was being inflated. Everything appeared normal until the tire suddenly exploded. The blast sent debris flying in all directions, injuring all 3 workers. This event reminds us that the stored pressure energy inside large tires can be deadly. During inflation, a safety cage must always be used. No one should be in the hazard zone, and the procedure should only be carried out by trained personnel. A man tried to stop an automatic door from closing by placing his hand in the way. However, instead of stopping, the door kept moving and trapped his hand. What seemed like a harmless reflex turned into a serious hazard. This incident is a reminder that automatic doors should never be blocked manually. Entry and exit should always be controlled using sensors, push buttons, or emergency stop systems. At a facility, a parked truck suddenly began to roll forward on its own. A worker attempted to stop it by getting between the truck and a pool wall to reach the steering wheel. However, the truck continued moving, pinning the worker against the wall. The wall collapsed, sending both the truck and the worker into the pool. This incident emphasizes the importance of using parking brakes, wheel chocks, and stabilization checks on parked vehicles. No one should ever attempt to stop a moving vehicle by hand. Only trained operators should intervene using the correct procedures. A moment of attention can prevent a major accident. At a construction site, a crane was lifting a large metal pole. Initially, everything appeared normal. The load was rising steadily and evenly. But shortly after, the crane mechanism failed. The heavy pole dropped rapidly into the area where a worker was standing. No one should ever stand beneath a suspended load. Cranes and lifting equipment must be inspected daily, with maintenance logs properly recorded. The lifting route should be clearly separated using safety barriers. Safety depends not on luck or reflexes, but on planning, distance, and reliable equipment. A worker was operating next to a large industrial machine when he noticed a piece of material stuck between the rotating rollers. As he reached in to fix it, the rollers suddenly started moving, pulling the material, and nearly his hand, into the machine. Nearby co-workers reacted quickly and stopped the machine just in time. This incident shows how dangerous it can be to touch moving machine parts. Adjustment, cleaning, and maintenance tasks must only be performed when the machine is completely stopped and all energy sources are isolated. Another worker was operating a roller machine without a protective guard. During material feeding, he got too close to the rollers, and the machine suddenly pulled him in. Co-workers nearby acted fast and shut down the system. This event serves as a reminder that rotating equipment must never be operated without proper guards. Moving components like rollers and shafts can cause severe injuries even with minimal contact. Every machine must be equipped with fixed guards, emergency stop buttons, and safety sensors. In Vietnam, 2 technicians were performing maintenance on an air conditioning outdoor unit located on a building rooftop. One worker was crouched next to the unit while the other approached him. Suddenly, the compressor exploded, creating a violent high-pressure blast. This incident demonstrates the serious explosion risks associated with performing hot work on pressurized cooling systems. When gases come into contact with heat, they expand rapidly and create danger. Before any welding or cutting begins, the system must be completely evacuated, pressure released, and all residues safely cleared. Safety first. Subscribe for more shocking moments.